Hey guys, Luna here. I know the lighting isn't the best. I'm using my phone to make this video, but I don't think it has to be fancy. Sometimes simpler is always better. I know it's been a while since we have uploaded to this channel, and I just want to say thank you for everybody in, the 300 people who watch our videos. We really appreciate it. It was really tough for Nolan and I to retire ourselves from the paranormal. Most of you who are in the paranormal community understand the drama, the trying to be famous, the trying to do this, the trying to do that, the trying to do collabs. And, it gets really tough, and it does drain on you spiritually, physically, and mentally. We do want to come back to the channel. This video is to make a statement that when I first started in the paranormal, before Nolan was in the picture, this was my passion. When my father died, I wanted to understand where he went. It became almost an obsession, and I would say maybe an unhealthy obsession. And, I wanted to chase and understand, is there something on the other side? Do I believe there are spirits? Absolutely. I grew up in haunted houses, things I can't explain. But I think lately in the paranormal field, a lot of us have lost our way in what exactly paranormal investigating should be. Now, I will say that I understand that most of them have to follow the trends, the demons, and all of this stuff, because it's what makes them money. This is their livelihood. I understand that. Entertainment purposes. No hate to any of those creators. But I also think it's important that there are some creators out there who bring light to the field and bring true investigations. I believe Nolan and I have brought true investigations to YouTube. I can say fully in my heart that everything that we have got, any evidence that we have got, is true. It's not edited. It's not clipped. We didn't do any voices in editing. Everything we got was 100% authentic to what we thought. Now, over this last year, since we have retired from the paranormal, we have found out some things that have maybe made our videos not so legitimate. And that is important to us. And this is why I'm making this video. We had went to the McIntyre Villa with, and the owner, Steph, has the Panasonic Dr60s. If you guys don't know what the Panasonic Dr60s are, they're the voice recorders, the really famous silver ones that go around that are like $800. Well, we just recently found out that scientifically they were studied, and they were actually recalled due to a glitch or a malfunction within the system that somehow reads like quietness and tries to put it into voices. That the screaming that you guys actually heard on the Dr60 in there was the reason why it was recalled. It wasn't a spirit screaming. It was a malfunction within the Dr60. And Nolan and I have never used the Dr60 before. We thought it was quite amazing. So we must say that, that portion, anytime that we did use that recorder, unfortunately, that's not evidence that we can stand by anymore. We will say the balloon, we still don't know to this day what made that balloon move. That was all security footage from the actual McIntyre Villa. There's no way that that could have been clipped or anything. We still stand by, we don't know what that is. And if somebody could try to explain that to us, please do. We tried to slow down that video, look at it every which way, and we just couldn't understand it. So that was probably some of our best evidence we got. We also realized too that the cat balls are extremely popular within the paranormal community, and the cat balls are cat toys, obviously. And it is said that the cat balls do go off from time to time on their own to attract your kitty to come play with them. Now, I'm not saying that, there aren't times where the cat balls in our investigations went off at perfect timing. They were used for yes or no questions. There's also the flashlight theory that can be completely debunked. So unfortunately, wanting to get into this field, I have realized that I was just doing what I thought I was supposed to as a paranormal investigator, that I thought I was using the equipment correctly, and that I thought I was just doing what everybody else did. But as over the years, I've realized that that equipment isn't necessarily good evidence, because some of it is faulty in the way that we are using it. So if I do decide to come back, which I'm very much teetering on coming back into the paranormal field, I just want to make it very clear that if I do come back to this field, I will be 100% thorough, true and true, a paranormal investigator. And a paranormal investigator to me is when I hear a sound, I run towards it. I don't run away from it, because I am trying to tell and show you guys anything besides a ghost doing that. That's the whole point of being a paranormal investigator. When we start getting into the cheeps, thrills, and screams, that's when we become a ghost hunter. And there is nothing wrong with that. I am not bashing anyone that does that. But personally, me, who wants to find out where my dad is, where he went, it's important that I get the right evidence. And I think that the equipment we've used, we're going to have to start going through it and tossing some of this equipment and really try to go back to like as simple as possible to find this information out and make sure that it is correct. So if these videos do come out, unfortunately, I don't think they're going to be as popular as we want them to be, because everybody wants to see somebody have a demon crawl out their butt. You know, everybody wants to see, you know, a demon in the house. That's what's so popular these days. And the thing is it's just not true. We've talked about the Egregor Theory in and out, that the Egregor Theory is basically when if enough people believe in one thing, they can create and manifest their own paranormal haunting. So if you keep going to the Sally house and saying Sally, and Sally likes to play with the balls and this and that, eventually we could create that energy in that house and could create that haunting. So there's a lot that goes into this. And I'm not saying the paranormal is BS. I'm not saying that it's not true. I'm not saying that the people who don't scream, jump, and run aren't real paranormal investigators. I'm just saying that I think we as a collective community have forgotten what paranormal investigating really is, and that we should start calling ourselves ghost hunters instead. And there's nothing wrong with that if you want to do this for entertainment purposes and get the bag. I respect that 100%, but I do not think I will be pulling the episodes out from the vaults and editing those and putting those up, because unfortunately we did use some of that equipment, and that's just not good enough evidence to say that that is a ghost, because those pieces of equipment are faulty. It takes a lot to get on here and make a video like this and admit when you were wrong, or maybe you weren't doing something. And I thoroughly believe that mediumship and paranormal investigating should not go hand in hand. And I will be guilty and say that I did try the mediumship during investigation, and I didn't think there was anything wrong with it, and I still don't. But I think that if I'm really trying to find the truth and give you guys the utmost evidence that you deserve, because you're not getting that on this platform with a lot of other creators. And again, that is okay. And I'm not saying they're liars. I'm not saying they're fake, but I'm just saying that I just see the same thing over and over and over again. And if I don't want to be a part of the problem and be a part of the solution and show you guys true, real evidence, and yes, it's going to be boring, because that's paranormal investigating. It's not always exciting. So think to yourself, if you continue to see something happening over and over again in somebody's videos, and it's just so crazy and out there, and it's like chairs are always moving, things are always flying, they're being pushed and knocked over and jumped and scratched all the time, you guys might want to take a step back and assess your situation and say, how can all of these places be that haunted? Now, there are some really amazing creators on here that I truly do look up to 100%, that when they go into investigations, you can see it's through and through authentic, even using that equipment. Even if I can throw away that equipment, you can tell that they are authentic, and I will always look up to them, and they know who they are. But in the end of the day, if we were to come back, it's going to be really, really diving deep into these places and really seeing if we can debunk it from the ground up. Any sound, any movement, anything. And if we can't, we can consider it evidence. So I just want to get on here and make a disclaimer that we apologize you know, for leaving so quickly, but then also realizing that some of the equipment we used is faulty, and some of our investigations, we can't stand by them anymore. So just enjoy the episodes. You know, I think that we're gonna kind of stay away from more of the TV show feel, and go more towards actual investigation. So if that's something you guys are interested in, you do want to see within this platform, something that's different, a breath of fresh air, not a bunch of screaming, not a bunch of running, not a bunch of silly jokes and disrespectful things, and really getting away so much away from, you know, the equipment, and when we do use it, try to debunk it. If you guys really want to see those things, let us know in the comment section below. Hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. We truly appreciate it. It does help our videos more than you know. And if you are a creator who is interested in joining us and wanting to collab with us and be a part of this journey and really trying to test yourself as a paranormal investigator outside of all of this equipment, let us know, because we are more than welcome to collab. And we just want to say we appreciate you guys so much, and we love you deep, deep, deep from our hearts. We wouldn't have this platform if it wasn't for you. So thank you.